Forcing babies into sitting position can cause brain, spine injury, pediatricians warn mothers.
World's oldest person, who enjoyed chocolate and fizzy drinks, dies in Japan at the age of 119.
Man left fuming after being told he may wait 10 years for dentist appointment.
Olympic snowboarding champion Chloe Kim is taking a break for her mental health.
Woman forced to have finger amputated after tiny warning sign on her fingernail.
Parkinson's disease symptoms reversed by mini implant, trial suggests.
Mum stabbed family dog to death as it mauled her 1-year-old daughter.
Zimbabwean youths getting high on diapers and pads.
The world's oldest person is a French nun who enjoys chocolate and wine.
Stem cell donor plea by woman with months to live.
Forcing babies into sitting position can cause brain, spine injury, pediatricians warn mothers. Pediatricians have warned mothers against sitting their babies when they are unable to control their head and neck, cautioning that babies that are not mature enough to sit could have spinal cord injury and come down with brain damage when forced to sit. According to the experts, it is dangerous to sit babies that are just only 2 months old, noting that their brains are usually not fully developed for such a task. According to the experts, the best time for babies to sit down is between 3 to 4 months when their neck is fully controlled. Speaking with Punch Healthwise in an exclusive interview, a consultant pediatric hematologist and oncologist at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Idi Araba, Professor Adamazan Temai said child development is a process that is controlled by the brain.
World's oldest person, who enjoyed chocolate and fizzy drinks, dies in Japan at the age of 119. The world's oldest person, Kane Tanaka, from Japan, has died aged 119 years old. Mrs. Tanaka was born on January 2, 1903, the year of the Wright brothers' first controlled flight of their motor-driven airplane, and was confirmed by Guinness World Records in 2019 as the oldest living person. She died of old age at a hospital in Fukuoka City, Western Japan, on Tuesday, April 19. It has been confirmed by Japan's state broadcaster. During her life, she had been partial to chocolate and fizzy drinks, NHK said. Despite her age, she typically woke up at 6 a.m. and was still learning, often studying subjects like maths during her afternoons. She also loved playing the classic board game Othello, and had become an expert at the game, often beating nursing home staff. She was confirmed as the oldest person alive on January 30, 2019, when she was 116 years 28 days, with her loved ones and the mayor present for the occasion.
Man left fuming after being told he may wait 10 years for dentist appointment. A Brit was left fuming after being told he may have to wait a total of 10 years for a dentist appointment. It comes as the NHS faces a huge backlog in appointments for patients, leaving dentistry hanging by a thread. The 50-year-old patient, from Leeds, had been trying to see a dentist since before the pandemic, Leeds Live reports. He had been dropped from Fountain Dental Practice after failing to show up for an appointment and discovered he faced an 8-year wait when he tried to rejoin. The 50-year-old added, "I understand the NHS is underfunded, but it seems if you go private that's the only way now." Luckily, after sharing the post online, someone who works at another dental practice near his home got in touch to help. His experience comes after NHS England announced they would provide an extra £50 million for dentists to provide additional urgent care for NHS patients.
Olympic snowboarding champion Chloe Kim is taking a break for her mental health. Double Olympic snowboarding champion Chloe Kim said she will sit out the 2022-23 season to focus on her mental health after a draining year. The American became the youngest woman to claim an Olympic gold in snowboarding when she won the halfpipe at the 2018 Winter Games as a 17-year-old and defended her title in Beijing earlier this year. "Just for my mental health," Kim told US online news service Cheddar News when asked about the reason for her decision. "I just want to kind of reset. I don't want to get right back into it after such a fun, but draining year. At the same time, knowing that it was an Olympic year. I just want to enjoy this moment, take it all in and then back to it when I'm feeling ready." but as of now the plan is most definitely to go after a third medal. The 22-year-old also took a full season off after the 2018 Games to focus on her studies and her mental health.
Woman forced to have finger amputated after tiny warning sign on her fingernail. A woman was forced to have her finger amputated after a tiny warning sign on her fingernail. Elizabeth Misselbrook first noticed the suspicious dark brown line running down her left middle finger in September 2019 and immediately made an appointment with her GP. The 40-year-old was referred to a dermatologist who, in March 2020, removed the nail to perform a biopsy where the entire nail bed was taken down to the bone and a skin graft placed on top. The biopsy came back inconclusive, but as the nail started to grow back, Elizabeth noticed another line appear, which was diagnosed as a skin cancer known as acrolentiginous subungual melanoma, stage 1A in May 2021. The woman was then diagnosed with another stage 1A melanoma after noticing a third mark, prompting medics to make the decision in July last year to amputate the finger down to the first joint. As a flute player, Elizabeth is awaiting a prosthetic finger so that she can continue to play the instrument she loves and is speaking out to warn others to be vigilant for marks that do not grow out with their nails.
Parkinson's disease symptoms reversed by mini implant, trial suggests. A hospital in Bristol is believed to be the first in the world to implant a device into a brain to reverse the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Southmead Hospital surgeons used a tiny deep brain stimulation (DBS) device to override abnormal brain cell firing patterns caused by Parkinson's. Tony Howells, the first person to receive the treatment as part of a trial, said the impact was amazing. 25 patients have been selected for the trial that concludes next year. Currently there is no cure for Parkinson's disease, which leads to parts of the brain becoming progressively damaged over years. Traditional operations for Parkinson's involve implanting a fairly large battery into the chest with wires run under the skin through to the top of the head. The new DBS system, the smallest ever created, involves a tiny battery system for the device implanted into the skull. It then delivers electrical impulses directly to targeted areas of the brain. To do so, electric probes are put through the skull and deep into the center of the brain, into the subthalamic nuclei.
Mom stabbed family dog to death as it mauled her 1-year-old daughter. A mom has told it was either the dog or my child when she grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed the dog to death after it began mauling her daughter. Jamie Morales leapt to the defense of her 1-year-old to fend off the family dog that had started to attack her when she began crying. The reported pit bull had a hold of the leg of little Ruby Cervantes, who was rushed to hospital with leg, ankle, and shoulder injuries and is undergoing surgery for a hip fracture. A second pit bull had also joined the attack on the 1-year-old that took place at the house in Pico Rivera, California last Sunday night. The mom first tried to pull the dogs off the child, but when that failed she went to the kitchen for a knife. Jamie suffered arm and facial injuries trying to protect her child.
Zimbabwean youths getting high on diapers and pads. Some young people in Zimbabwe are reportedly taking chemicals used in diapers and sanitary pads to get high at a cheaper cost. They have told Al Jazeera that they get the white substance, a chemical known as sodium polyacrylate, from these products and boil it. After boiling, it forms a greyish substance and we drink the mixture, a 19-year-old youth told Al Jazeera. The chemical absorbs menstrual blood on sanitary pads and urine on diapers. It dissolves once boiled. Drug abuse and the use of alternative ways by the youth to get high is being blamed on a lack of social safety nets in Zimbabwe amid a poor economy.
The world's oldest person is a French nun who enjoys chocolate and wine. A 118-year-old nun living in a nursing home in southern France has become the world's oldest living person, according to the Guinness World Records. Sister Andre is also the world's oldest living nun and the oldest nun ever, according to a statement released by the record-breaking authority on Monday. Born as Lucille Randon on February 11, 1904, Sister Andre has dedicated most of her life to religious service, the statement said. Before becoming a Catholic nun, She looked after children during World War II and then spent 28 years caring for orphans and elderly people at a hospital. Sister André, who lives near the French city of Toulon, is also the world's oldest COVID-19 survivor. The Guinness World Record statement said she tested positive for the virus at the beginning of 2021, but recovered fully within 3 weeks, just in time for her 117th birthday. In an interview with the French TV channel RMC Story on Tuesday, Sister André appeared to have mixed feelings about becoming the new oldest living person. "I feel I would be better off in heaven, but the good Lord doesn't want me yet," she said, calling the title a sad honor. However, she also expressed her joy at being pampered by her family. Sister André enjoys chocolate and wine, and drinks a glass every day, her nursing home residents Catherine Labour confirmed to CNN on Tuesday.
Stem cell donor plea by woman with months to live. A woman with a rare form of cancer, who has been given months to live, is urging people to join the bone marrow register to help save her life. Yvette Chin, 41, who has acute lymphoblastic leukemia, has been told her only chance of survival was to find a match for stem cell donation. Ms. Chin, who is of Chinese and Jamaican heritage, said there was a lack of stem cell donors from ethnic minorities. A swab drive was held in Liverpool earlier in a bid to find a match. "This is the only option of a cure for me," said Ms. Chin, who was diagnosed in May 2021. Ms. Chin, from London, said she was told she only had months to live in February, when the trial failed unless a suitable stem cell donor was found. She has appealed for people from East Asian backgrounds to come forward. Her family are driving a campaign to bridge the gap, using #SwabForYvette, she said. For your daily global health news, visit www.staywellworld.org. Please do well to subscribe, like, share and comment. If you already subscribed, turn on the notification icon so you don't miss any update. Thank you for watching.